His Excellency Hamid Mohammad Al-Khatami, Chairman KHDA, Dr. Abdullah Al-Karim, members of the Governing Council of BITS Pilani, Dubai Campus, Mr. Sayyid M. Salahuddin, and Mr. Isa Al-Gurev. Directors of our campuses, Professor Rao, Professor Mittal, Professor Raman, Mr. Riazuddin, faculty and staff of our Dubai campus, dear students who are to receive the degree certificates and medals, and members of your families, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to all of you. It is my pleasant duty to present to you the Convocation report on this solemn and joyous occasion, BITS Pilani Convocation 2011 at Dubai campus. While students who graduated from the Goa campus this year received their degrees at the first ever convocation held in Goa 3 weeks back, those who graduated from Pilani and Hyderabad campuses this year got the degrees at the convocation ceremony held at Pilani 2 weeks back. Today, it is a matter of great joy for all of us at BITS Pilani to see students from our Dubai campus receiving their degree certificates and medals at the first ever convocation in BITS Pilani, Dubai campus. I welcome you all to this happy occasion. Today, we are honored to have His Excellency Hamid Mohammad Al-Khatami with us at the Convocation 2011 at Dubai campus. On behalf of all my colleagues on this campus and all students graduating today, I would like to thank you, Your Excellency, for graciously and readily accepting our invitation to grace the occasion. Very briefly, His Excellency Hamid Mohammad Al-Khatami is UAE's Minister of Education since 2009, having earlier served as Minister of Health between 2006 to 2009. He is deeply involved with many other assignments, including as Chairman of Board of Federal Government's Human Resources Authority and as Chairman of the Board of Directors of Emirates Transport and Services Department. Your Excellency Hamid Mohammad Al-Khatami, you honor us by being part of this very special occasion. I will now present a report on the 4 campuses of BITS Pilani taken together. The report highlights its activities while bringing out its achievements, its future plans, and the challenges BITS faces going forward. Professor Mittal, director of this Dubai campus, will present a detailed report that is specific to Dubai campus. As you are aware, BITS Pilani was declared deemed to be university by the University Grants Commission in India in 1964. It offers undergraduate, postgraduate, and PhD programs in science, engineering, pharmacy, management, and social sciences to over 10,400 students who reside on its 4 campuses in Pilani, Goa, Hyderabad, and, of course, Dubai. While today, students in the undergraduate programs account for nearly 89% of the entire student body, we expect the sum total share of postgraduate and PhD students to grow from the current 11% to 16% by the year 2015 and to 23% by the year 2020. These numbers reveal partly a recent emphasis on aggressively pursuing a research agenda that aims to grow the number of PhD students from the current figure of 500 to over 1,000 by 2015 and to nearly 1,800 PhD students by the year 2020. I will speak more on this topic later in my presentation. You will be pleased to note that during the academic year 2010-11, over 2,100 students have graduated from BITS Pilani, having completed the graduation requirements in either of the 19 undergraduate or 21 postgraduate programs offered by our 4 campuses. An additional 31 students have graduated this year with a PhD. In the coming years, we expect these numbers to grow significantly. By year 2015, the number of students completing an undergraduate or postgraduate degree is expected to surpass 3,000, and those graduating with a PhD should be close to 100. Needless to say, we expect to see a significant increase in the number of students graduating in the years to follow. While today the number of distinct postgraduate programs we run on our campuses is 21, we are planning to start in the coming years several industry-focused postgraduate programs in areas such as information security, actuarial science, public policy, bioinformatics. These are just a few areas that we believe to have huge potential. We remain convinced that the industry will not simply recruit those who will graduate from these programs, but will indeed fund these programs partly. It is not for no reason that BITS is invariably ranked amongst the top 10 publicly or privately funded engineering institutions in India, as also amongst the top few in the UAE. That is mainly on account of its emphasis on excellence in teaching, a 6-month internship through the practice school program, as also upon soft skill development. Clearly, we are not content with that. Going forward, we aspire to be listed as a top-class research-led university in Asia and in the world, and not simply in India or UAE. And to realize that dream, we have begun to define and implement a number of projects that will enhance our capability and capacity to run a world-class university whose faculty and students excel in both teaching or learning and in research or innovation. While a Chancellor, Dr. Kumar Mangalam Birla, will outline some of those initiatives in his address later, I will focus on 2 challenges that we propose to address head-on. These relate to induction and retention of research-focused faculty and creation of laboratory infrastructure to support research or innovation. Those of us who have tracked growth of higher technical education in India and elsewhere have seen an explosive growth in the number of colleges and universities that offer undergraduate and postgraduate programs in science or engineering. This is to be expected, given that a growing number of young people seek to move ahead in their lives through higher technical education. We have also witnessed simultaneously a huge decline in standards of education, to the point that some of our graduates in science or engineering are unemployable. To a large extent, the prime reason is lack of availability of motivated, talented young men and women who are willing to take up teaching and research as a career in India, UAE, or for that matter, anywhere else in the world. BITS Pilani has therefore decided to accord the highest priority to recruiting the best available talent from anywhere in the world, as also to develop faculty by offering to them the opportunity to complete their PhD while they teach a course or 2 each semester. Today, across its 4 campuses, BITS has over 650 faculty members, resulting in a student-to-faculty ratio of 16 students to 1 faculty member. In the coming years, we expect to hire faculty more aggressively so as to achieve a ratio of 12 students to 1 faculty by the year 2020, a ratio that will leave enough time to faculty to engage in meaningful research or innovation. Funding to create lab infrastructure that will support research by a growing community of faculty and their PhD students is the other major challenge we face. It is anybody's guess as to what will it take to create the necessary lab infrastructure to support a 1,800-strong PhD student body. This is so since it depends upon whether research is in disciplines such as humanities or mathematics, or in science or engineering, and upon whether research is experimental or one based on computer simulation. Given the disciplines that BITS has emphasized over the years, it would be reasonable to assume and plan for an investment of at least $50 million over the next few years. To fund this expansion in research capacity, we will look to industry and to government agencies in India, UAE, and elsewhere to help fund this in the form of sponsored research and development projects. I am happy to report that in the last financial year, 2010-11, BITS Pilani has successfully received approvals from various sources for R&D projects worth $2 million. This significant increase over the previous year gives us the confidence to target sponsored R&D projects worth $20 million in the year 2020 2021. The above challenge of sourcing funds to expand capacity is compounded by the fact that we are an independent university that does not receive budgetary or maintenance support from any government, any business, or any family. BITS must rely completely upon itself to generate resources from tuition fees paid by on-campus students. Having said that, I must share with you that the tuition fees at BITS Pilani is the most competitive amongst all its peers. And even so, BITS ensures that a significant fraction of its undergraduate and postgraduate students will receive some form of tuition waiver and or a stipend. This is the challenge before any independent university that wishes to pursue an agenda that is driven by research. We look forward to industry and to government agencies in India, in UAE, and elsewhere to find ways to empower universities such as ours to expand the research programs. Before I close, I would like my faculty and staff to join me in congratulating all the students who will be graduating today from our Dubai campus. To all those graduating today, I certainly hope you were able to get the most of what BITS had to offer while having a good time on the campus. I hope you will use your knowledge and experience fruitfully to serve the people of your country and those elsewhere. I wish you all the very best in your lives, both professional and personal. Congratulations once again. Your Excellency, Your Excellency Hamid Muhammad Al-Khatami, thank you once again for readily agreeing to be with us at this very joyous moment. I am certain my faculty, staff, and students are eagerly waiting to hear your address. Last but not the least, I want to thank my faculty and staff at our Dubai campus and elsewhere for their commitment to excel in every aspect of teaching and research, both inside and outside the classroom. Their continued effort to help BITS Pilani retain its position as one of top 10 destinations in India or in UAE for students, faculty, and recruiters. Thank you all for your attention.